भारत ने 3 मेड इन इंडिया एआई मॉडल भी लॉन्च किए।
Reports are suggesting that India's sovereign AI model Sarvam AI is outperforming Gemini and ChatGPT on Indian-specific AI tasks. In this video, we will be covering how Sarvam AI converts Indian language speech into text seamlessly. How can you digitize your handwritten documents? But instead of me, you will be learning from one of our expert trainers at the Cutting Edge School, Danish. So, let's get started.
Thank you, Ansh. Now let's jump directly into Sarvam. So this is what Sarvam website looks like. Feels pretty Indian. The design is on point. These are some companies which is using Sarvam: Flipkart, LIC, Cred, Infosys, and a lot more. Now Sarvam is sovereign by design, which means that whatever LLM that Sarvam is using is built on home ground, which is in India. Now there are some pretty cool features already available on the website where you can have conversation with the agents, text to speech, speech to text, the vision feature, and even the dubbing part. Now let's start with conversational agents. So when you go to conversational agents, you can just click on any of these models here and you can directly start speaking to them. So I'll go to payment follow-ups.
हेलो, क्या मैं मनन जी से बात कर रहा हूँ?
हाँ जी.
मनन जी, मैं हितेश सर्वम फाइनेंस सर्विसेज से बात कर रहा हूँ। आपका 2 व्हीलर लोन का ईएमआई जो कि 5,000 रुपए है वो 62 दिनों से ओवर ड्यू है। मैंने आपको सुबह 10 बजे एक पेमेंट लिंक व्हाट्सएप और एसएमएस भेजा था। क्या आप अभी उस लिंक को ओपन करके पेमेंट कर सकते हैं?
हाँ जी, मैं कर सकता हूँ और मैं कर दूंगा पेमेंट.
तो क्या आप अभी वो लिंक खोलकर पेमेंट कर सकते हैं?
So now imagine the power that this particular tool has. So let's say you have a website and you want to integrate this particular agent. So you can use the Sarvam's API keys and do that. Sarvam's text-to-speech model, Bulbul, supports 11 languages. So now let's get started with the tool itself. So I'll just go to Experience Sarvam here. And once I click on that, you will be able to see this dashboard. And after that, you can directly sign in with your Google account. So now the most fascinating part here is that it gives you 1,000 free credits. So you can experiment as much as you want on this tool. So I'll just continue with Google and log in with my Google account. Now when you log in, you will see that there are a bunch of options here, but I'll start with the most impressive feature, which is speech to text. So when I go to speech to text, you can transcribe your speech and get the transcripts out of that. It can either be a translation in different languages or the transcript. So I'll click on start speaking and I'll start with English, then I'll switch to Hindi and then Gujarati. And I'll show you the power of Sarvam here. Without pausing, it'll give me the transcript of each and every languages without even stopping. So I'll click on start speaking now. So I have started speaking in English, but अभी मैं हिंदी में convert कर दिया है वो language and अवे हूँ गुजराती में बात करिस. Now can you see that it has given me the English transcript, the Hindi one and the Gujarati one without even stopping. So this is a constant continuous voice transcription. So this was the transcribe feature. Now when I click on translate, it will translate whatever I speak in whatever language into English. So I'll click on start speaking and I'll start with English, then Hindi and then Gujarati. Hello everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel. Hello everyone, इस YouTube channel पे स्वागत है. तमारो बद्दानो आ YouTube channel पर स्वागत है. Now it has given me the translation of whatever I have spoken. Now 11 Labs also has this feature. So I'll go to 11 Labs and I'll show you the difference between the Sarvam's speech to text and the 11 Labs speech to text. So I'll go to 11 Labs, I'll click on sign in and once I click on sign in, just go to speech to text and click on try the demo. So the language can be auto detect since I'm going to speak into 3 languages and let's start with it. So I'll speak the same sentence. Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. आप सब लोगों का इस YouTube channel पे स्वागत है. तमारो बद्दानो आ YouTube channel पर स्वागत है. Now can you see the difference here? I spoke in English, it has given me the English one. It has also given me the Hindi one. But when I spoke in Gujarati, it has given me a Hindi text in Gujarati, which is not right, correct? So that is where Sarvam overpowers these particular tools because it is trained on Indian data. Now let's say that there is a bank employee and a customer who doesn't speak Hindi or English comes to the counter and starts speaking in Kannada. Now you don't know Kannada, so you can use Sarvam and translate that live and real time. So you can use that to communicate with the person. So there are unlimited use cases for at least Indian industries in the government sectors as well. So this was the most exciting feature. Now the next one is text to speech. Now you can directly copy paste any language here. So this one is in Hindi. This is a sample text that Sarvam has given. And there are these particular languages where Punjabi is also there. Gujarati, Bengali, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Odia and Telugu. So these are the languages that Sarvam is supporting right now. So if I go to Hindi here, it will give me the text in Hindi. And these are some predefined voice libraries that Sarvam has given us. So if I click on Amit.
नमस्ते, सर्वम AI में आपका स्वागत है. हम भारतीय भाषाओं के लिए अत्याधुनिक वॉइस टेक्नोलॉजी बनाते हैं.
So this was Amit and let's play one more. I'll just select Pooja.
नमस्ते, सर्वम AI में आपका स्वागत है. हम भारतीय भाषाओं के लिए अत्याधुनिक वॉइस टेक्नोलॉजी बनाते हैं.
Now there are some options for audiobooks, entertainment, sales, and even news. Now let's say that you have a news transcript. So you can paste that here and use any of these voices and click on play. And after that, you can even click on download, or you can even click on favorite. Or if you're not satisfied with that, you can click on regenerate. And there is also a share option here. So when I click on share, you can create these kind of videos and share it with anyone. So let's say you have a news article. Now you want an audiobook out of that. So you can paste that news article here, get a proper video out of it, and post it in your blog post as well. The next one is Vision. Now Vision has a turbo feature and the pro feature. Both are accessible for now. It won't save anything, but at least it will give you an idea of how this actually works. So I'll go to Turbo and I'll upload a file. So let's say I have this particular handwritten transcript here and I want to convert that into a digitized format. So you can select text extraction. There is an image understanding category as well, where you can generate captions in Indic, in English, or even the structured data where you have a table. You can even convert that to HTML, a markdown, a JSON. So I'll just click on OCR in while right now and I'll click on analyze. Now once I click on analyze, you see the speed at which Sarvam has given the translation here, right? So now it's very difficult for human to read this other than the person who has written this, right? But Sarvam has done this in a very easy way and in a very fast way. Now let's say that if I go to ChatGPT and Gemini, I'll upload the same image. So I'll go to ChatGPT, I'll upload that and I'll just say, give me a transcript in Hindi. I'll copy the same prompt. I'll go to Gemini. I'll upload the same image and the same prompt. Now the time that Sarvam took and time that ChatGPT has taken is quite a lot, right? So now as you can see, ChatGPT has hallucinated a lot. So here it is written, even I can't figure out what it is written, but we can go to Sarvam and see what that actually is. So Priya Upadhyay ji. Oh, okay. So that's Priya Upadhyay ji. And if I go here, Priya Jawahar ji. So the name is only changed. So can you see the difference here? So in Gemini also, you can see that it has taken the name properly. It has taken all the dates and text here in a very good way. But there might be some mistake which Sarvam has corrected. Now since Sarvam is trained onto Indian languages, it will give you a proper output. Now this is the formatted option and this is the raw output, which is an unformatted version. So you can just click on formatted output and just copy that or directly download that. And once you click on download, you will be able to see that it has been saved onto the computer and it will be saved as a text file. So you can digitize these documents. So let's say in a government office, a lot of documents are just handwritten, where you can just have that PDF, you can scan that whole document, create a PDF out of it, upload to Sarvam, and then digitize that whole document. That will be such an easy task, right? The next feature here is translate. You can just paste any language here. So right now, this is the English version. If you have a text in Bengali, you can paste that here, Gujarati, Kannada, Malayalam. And these are some languages that Sarvam is supporting for text translate. And this is the language where you can convert that to. So it can either be Punjabi, Tamil, Telugu. So I can just select Punjabi. And when I select Punjabi, it will automatically translate this English text into Punjabi. Now you can even select the tone here. It can either be formal, modern, classical, and depending on that, it will change the translation as well. Here you can select the native language or it will have an international language. So I'll just click on native since this is an Indian language. And you can even select the male and female version where you can change the gender of the text here. So if there is some text like मैं ये करता हूँ, it will change that to करती हूँ depending on the selection of the gender. Now there are these conversational agents as well, where you can embed that into website. For now, Sarvam has just given us a preview version, but to get the full access, you can click on get access here. Enter your website URL, your company website URL. What type of agent are you looking for? So it can either be voice agent, WhatsApp, or website or app, and then the expected monthly conversation. After you click on submit, you will join a waitlist here. Now the language can be either English, Bengali, Hindi. So once I click on Hindi, this particular agent is customer support. So I'll just start speaking here.
नमस्ते दानिश, मैं रूपा हूँ, क्विक कार्ड की ग्राहक सेवा टीम से। आपकी क्या सहायता करूँ?
क्या तुम मुझे बता सकते हो कि कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल है?
हाँ, बिल्कुल। हम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और होम अप्लायंसेज में डील करते हैं। आपको किस तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स में इंटरेस्ट है?
मुझे अवन के बारे में कुछ जानना है। गोदरेज का अवन है आपके पास?
हाँ, हमारे पास गोदरेज के ओवन उपलब्ध हैं।
So can you see the conversations that's happening here? It feels very natural. It's like talking to a human being. The dialects and the linguistic also matches here. Now there's this feature called video dubbing. Now you can start recording or you can even upload a video here. Now there are some sample that Sarvam has given us. So let's have an academic lecture, which is from Professor Kamakoti of IITM. So I'll just go here. So this is the original language here. This is the English language. Now let's say that you want it to Punjabi. But before translating that, I'll just show you how that actually sounds like.
Well, to get an instruction from ROM, it will see the first bit. Just by seeing the first bit, it can distinguish whether it's an A instruction or C instruction.
Now I'll click on Punjabi.
ये पहला bit देखेगा. पहला बिट देख के ही ये दस सकता है कि ये हदायत है जैसी हदायत।
Now the lip sync won't be there. It'll just translate that video because this is dubbing. But in the future, Sarvam might give a lip sync feature as well. So this is just a possibility of what Sarvam can actually do. Now there is also an option to create API keys. So I'll just go to API section here. I'll click on create keys. I'll give the name and then I'll click on create key. Once I click on create key, it will generate that API key for me and I'll just copy that and I'll paste it in whichever tool that I want. It can either be Edit and Make. Now there is this usage section where you can see all the total rupees spent. So it gives you 1000 credits and you can see that only 9.37 is used from that 1000 credits. The pricing is pretty basic. There is a scheme for pay as you go. There is a pro plan as well, which starts from 10,000 rupees. And there's a business plan which starts from 50,000 rupees. The API pricing differs as per your usage, so you can go through that as well. And there is a documentation for Sarvam as well. Now this is huge for Indian industries. Sarvam is not competing with ChatGPT or Gemini. It is filling the gap created by these major LLMs. Every major AI model was built on English, which means that if a farmer speaks in Punjabi, or a doctor dictates notes in Tamil, or a shopkeeper sends a voice message in Marathi, the world's best AI struggles while processing. Sarvam was built to fix exactly that. India's sovereign AI story is just getting started. And if you want to stay updated, hit the subscribe button because we'll be covering every major development as it happens. Let me know in the comments of how you will be using Sarvam AI, and I will see you in the next one.